Here at the King's Table, I am your host, Big Truck. I want to thank each and every king and queen for hitting the subscribe button, watching the videos, and hitting the likes. Here at the King's Table, it's about men empowering men with no judgment, just showing love. I welcome women as well, because what we do here, there ain't no simping here. It's men conversation getting down to the root of behaviors, actions, and so forth. My goal is to build a platform where men can come and vent, where we can talk about things we share with no judgment, just love. The only way to know about a man, queens, is if you sit and you listen to a man talk. Then you will have a full understanding and you able to comprehend from a male's perspective on what is and what is not. And here, I'll tell you where you're right at, but also where you're wrong at. So without no further ado, let's talk about it. Here's something that I like to talk about, very brief, while I have this time. And it is a pleasure, it's a blessing to be on your internet today. Let me sip my green tea with my black seed oil and my turmeric. Living a healthy life is very important. Not only that, spiritually, being in a place of peace, doing whatever it is that you do that brings you peace, whatever that may be, whether it be going to the gym, reading, cooking, spending time with family, doing praise and worship, or even just being by yourself. At the end of the day, men, we have to do what we need to do that's going to bring us peace. Especially in these times that we're living in right now. It is very important to be lined up, to be in alignment with truth, relationship, knowing self-worth, and being able to deliver, being able to sit and listen, being able to keep your eyes on a swivel. Because right now, any and everything will come at you. But it's how you handle it. It's how you deal with it. And once again, that's what this platform is about, man. Empowering men. I'm calling all kings to the table. I'm calling the hurt, the broken, the confused, the ones that carry stuff, the ones that are emotionally broken, mentally drained, that want to be spiritually fed. Truth. It's not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. There's a lot of platforms out there, and I always give respect to those that are doing work, that are doing good work. Okay? So today's topic, it's simple. What happens when things don't go your way? What happens when Yeshua throws a curveball in your path? Will you A, act in your emotions? Or will you B, sit back and comprehend what's going on and the reasons why? That means resting in Him, resting in His presence, having a conversation with Yeshua, saying, okay, Abba Father, I see why this is happening. I didn't understand it at first, but now I get it. Some things we may not understand, some things we're not going to get. But I will tell you this, the moment we sit back and we start connecting the dots, we will clearly see the writing on the wall. My whole thing is simple. What will you do when Yeshua throws a curveball in your mix? Even when it comes to your love life, what you want, the person you want, what happens when he throws a curveball into that? Then what? See, these are the things that we struggle against. And this goes for women as well. Because sometimes we get into that place that we want to do what we want to do. We are entitled. Everything's going to go our way. But when things don't go our way, we get in our feelings. We get butt hurt. We get butt hurt. Well, it wasn't meant for you to have that person. That person was only meant to be in your life temporarily. Maybe to show you some things or to guide you into the right direction or even to teach you how to look at yourself. Along with that conversation, self-examination. We already know that's first. Just like playing football. And those that know me know I'm good at what I do. Big ups to Team USA. You have to look at yourself, evaluate, just like the coaches are evaluating players. This is how you have to evaluate everything in your life. If you're not willing to sit down and evaluate everything in your life, then you run it up against a brick wall. What do I mean? Sit down, look at where you are at, why things are happening in your life. Why do you keep hitting the same wall? Why do you keep repeating the same patterns? I know I'm rattling some cages right about now. But at this juncture, the work that we're putting in, we can't turn back. We can't turn back, kings, queens as well. The moment we start turning back and start looking back, we start finding ourselves going backwards and wonder why we can't move forward. A lot of things I talk about, a lot of things that I share. Sometimes I go all over the place. Sometimes going all over the place can be a good thing because I'm hitting certain areas. I'm hitting certain topics little by little, bringing certain things to light. You cannot allow people to control you. I don't care who they are. And what we're seeing is people getting controlled and manipulated and don't even realize it. I always tell people, research, ask questions, then make a choice. I repeat, ask questions, research, then make a choice. When you do that, you're exercising your rights. Don't never let no one take your rights away from you. Don't never let no one tell you what you're not. You already know who you are because you spend time and you did the work on self, so you know self-worth. You know your worth. You know who you are and whose you are and what you have to bring to the table of anything, whether it be relationship, friendship, opportunity. It doesn't matter. You're universal. You can shift to anything. You must build your house on a solid foundation. If you build your house on a solid foundation, it will stand even in the midst of a storm. If you do not build your house on a solid foundation, it will not stand in the midst of a storm. It will fall. That's it, that's all. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm putting it simple. Men, what's bothering you? Men, kings, what are you struggling with? What are you struggling with? What is it that's keeping you from reaching your highest potential? Is it your past? Your childhood? I know it's hard. Especially black man, I know it's hard. What are you carrying? That when you find out the very thing that you are carrying, you got to release that and let that go. There's nothing wrong with getting counseling. There's nothing wrong with resting in the place of Yeshua. And I talk about that a lot. The resting place, the great resting place. The great resting place. It's just you and him. He deals with all of us when we are alone. I used to struggle with a lot of stuff. And I'll always use my testimonies, because it was through my testimonies, it was through my time in the wilderness that I had to learn to trust the Most High Yeshua. I had to learn to trust him. I had to stop running from myself and start facing myself. You notice I said myself. So therefore, I had to look at myself. See myself. But it was in the midst of my storm that I did so. And I'm here to tell you, kings, it can happen for you if you really want it. This platform, it didn't happen overnight. It was planned. I didn't know how to quite execute it. I didn't know who will I reach, how. So in my prayer, I'd always ask Yeshua, give me the strength and the knowledge to lead your men. To lead your men. There are a lot of good, hard working, honest, fun loving men out there. And a large number of them got done dirty. I'm one of them. But here's the thing. Build a platform. It's like I heard a voice. Build a platform. The King's Table. Then through a friend of mine's, and I love her to death, she told me what the Holy Spirit had shared on her. He's giving you the green light. He's giving you the tools to do it. Watch the lives that you change. It's going to be a process. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep dropping it. Keep dropping those jewels. Then the final confirmation, share your testimony. There are men out there and women that need to hear your testimony. They need to hear what you've been through and where you've been. and how you made it through. Who helped you? How did Elohim put certain individuals that he chose, that he handpicked, and put into your life to help counsel you? I said, you know what, Father? You're absolutely right. Here at the King's Table, we're going to talk about it. Build a brand, a platform where men can come and talk about their problems with no judgment. Or certain things I say in my video, others can comprehend because they've been through it too, or going through it. Real people will say and do real things. Fake people will say and do fake things. A person that lie to themselves will lie to you. I will not stand up here and lie to you, but I will stand up here and be truthful and tell you what is right, tell you what is wrong. If I'm at fault, I'm man enough to take it, own it, and correct it. A lot of people don't want to take responsibility. They don't want to take responsibility for their actions or behavior. But they feel like you owe them something. Listen here. Nobody owes you nothing. You ain't entitled to nothing. Now you can think that way if you want to. Let me know how that worked for you. But a person that is of a peaceful mind, that's all about something, that's striving for something, those are the ones that's going to be happy. Those are the ones that are going to be successful. Those are the ones that's going to do it right this time. We all make mistakes, but here's the thing. Can you admit that you're wrong? Can you admit that you were out of order? The person that you wronged, can you come back and apologize to that person and ask that person to forgive you? Can you do that? Matter of fact, run till that. I posted 2 videos, Run Till That Part 1, Run Till That Part 2, basically explaining what I went through 2019 and 2020. But here's the thing though, and let me be clear. I am in a much better, peaceful place. Elohim has opened doors in my life. And I'm sitting back saying, man, if I was with this person, I wouldn't be here doing the things that I'm doing now. And this is real talk. This is some things that we have to really, really sit back and look at. You need to look at who you with. Are you with the right person or the wrong person? Because the right person is going to lead you the right way into doing the right things that you're led to do. The wrong person is going to stop you or be out on an assignment to keep you from doing what you are led to do. Woo! In the same content, taking everything that I've been through and flipping it to a positive. I'm going to say and do the little things that's going to make a big impact in the person's life, king or queen. I'm going to build a strong tribe. I'm going to build a strong foundation, a community of men and women that continue to strive. They know self-worth. They know who they are. That are warriors. But also they can say, I understand. I've been there. You're dropping some knowledge. You're dropping some jewels. Sometimes, in order for an individual to comprehend, sometimes you have to say the same things over and over again. Audio suggestion. Saying things, repeating things to self. And that's why I drop motivational messages. 10 minutes of motivation. 10 minutes of motivation. To get it in here. To get it going in here. And also hit you here. Because I'm going to tell you, there are going to be some people that don't want to see you make it. And that are going to hate on you because you have a drive. And that's when you have to pull it inside you. Some people you have to disconnect yourself from. Because if you don't disconnect yourself from them, Yeshua will disconnect them from you. And with that being said, once again, and always again, what happens when Yeshua throws a curveball in your mix? Just like in football, you're on defense. The offense comes out. You got to change an audible. If you don't change your play call, well, but if you change your play call, it's easier and better to execute. Change your play call. Kings and queens, change your play call. Never be afraid to go after something. A person that goes after what they want is never alone. But in order to have something different, you must be willing to do something different. The renewing of your mind. The renewing of your mind. There's nothing as powerful as a changed mindset. I want to hit y'all with something on my way out. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking time just to listen to what I have to say for this 30 minutes. Hit the likes, hit the subscribe. This is a slow channel, but I'm building slowly but surely. I'm building. There's a lot of things that I'm going to do to really build this brand, but I need each and every one of your help. Share the video. You also hit me up on Instagram, JamaicaFire_90. Hit me up there and let me know what you think. All right? Check this out. It's time to get active. It's time to get up. It's time to tap into you. Wake up, kings and queens. Reality is here. The best version of yourself. Walk in love, peace, happiness. When you walk in all them things, no one can stop you but you. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are the best. There's no one like you. Every day you live your best life. Every day is a blessing. The Most High protects you. The Most High keeps you safe. Continue to grow. Continue to learn. Continue to be better. Shalom.